Once again, you know who it is. Tell Boy Diablo, Derek Diablo, Miami Casual, Diablo TV, like and subscribe, do things you're supposed to do, baby. And we're gonna keep it moving in this current Legends of Football Hooliganism series, curated by none other than yourself, the top banana of the International Football Hooliganism Society, as it were, the illustrious, the intrepid Boy Diablo. Now then, staying with the mighty Cardiff Soul Crew. Lots of legends in there. Not all of them are public known or wish to be. Most of them don't want to be. But there is one special guy, LAKEY, Tony Rivers, Anthony Rivers, wrote the Soul Crew book. You can see him in the BBC Panorama documentary on Soul Crew. I recommend everybody watch that. Best hooligan documentary of all time. Furthermore, I had seen him many years ago in, I believe, it's 80 Casuals Classic, who made a Casuals documentary, and he stood alongside Johnny Owen, and it was impressive to me. First of all, it confirms what Anas Abraham advised me. If I'm going to write a hooligan book, which everybody imagines I am, then you give respect to the other firms. You tell it when they turn you over and everything. And the prime example of this from his own group is LAKEY, because LAKEY stood aside Johnny Owen, who I didn't know was a big-time film producer and stuff. I'd like to meet that lad. I had already been asking about him. He's a good-looking guy, and the way he talks about the casual scene, it elevated it, you know. So he stood out to me, and LAKEY stood out to me, and LAKEY was doing something that Anna said, which is he said, yeah, then they went against the CSK Moscow in Russia. They took a kicking, but that, afterwards, they wanted to hang out, this and that. So he said it right there. And then they were downplaying it. Oh, you know, it was a lot of chasing, and they weren't going around, yeah, football violence. So the LAKEY also, he's got a new book called Magnetic, which about the fashion. I'm looking forward to seeing that. He and I have been in communication, but we haven't got a chance to meet just because with my phone situation, me being all over the place and not having Wi-Fi and that, a UK phone, yeah. Then he had hit me up to go after Millwall, meet up for a drink after Millwall, and then thing about it is that I was caught up and I didn't see the message. But LAKEY, maximum respect, and what's known about him among the annals of football hooliganism by the police and everything, by the bill, is famously against Bradford, respect to the ointment, famously against Bradford. You know, what these guys taught me, what it's about is going unescorted. Forget the police escort. Nah, you go and you slip in unescorted, you go around looking for their lads, you go looking for it, unescorted, no police escort. So it's very difficult for the Cardiff Soul Crew to do that with the notoriety and the size and the amount of people. So one of the, if not the cleverest thing ever done in the whole football hooliganism in terms of strategy and class and panache, is he rented 2 coaches as a wedding party, and they dressed, I think, tuxedos and went, I don't know if top hats, and they turned up as a wedding party, and they went in and got them, you know, got the ointment. But obviously both sides respect each other, and there's a history with Mr. Abraham and the Bradford ointment. I respect the ointment, so it's all interesting how it all kind of comes together. But maximum respect, LAKEY, Tony Rivers. I ain't meet you this time around, but I will next one. Cheers, brother.